So I wanted to talk a little bit about these balls. Baodong, I think they're called, Chinese. And I got some of these hollow steel balls about 30 years ago in the Caribbean, Chinese shop. And back then I was getting deep into martial arts. Eventually I got into Tai Chi, and my Tai Chi master was very much about corresponding the fingers with the toes when doing his forms, whether yang form or chen form. And the purpose of that is to be able to allow the energies to correspond as they're spiraling through the body. And so for the Chinese, the reason why they use these is because each finger represents an internal organ. And so when you're doing this, you're stimulating your internal organs. And so that's why they call them healthy balls. But a retired psychiatrist client of mine, ex-client of mine, gave me these from the UP. And these are solid copper balls. So I've been using these for a couple years now. And so to me they're like an upgrade. And yeah, I think these are really important because the copper, I use it to keep my fingers from locking because I have arthritis. And so without this copper ring, my finger would lock. And so to be able to, so that's one of the reasons why I keep this yogi ring I got 30 years ago. 2 serpent heads, same reason. But yeah, this has been really helpful, I would think, and it gives you a great dragon grip. So I would think it would be really difficult, if not possible, to escape that because of 30 years of doing this, right? So the idea is to be able to allow the yin and the yang to flow in the body. That's the whole purpose of it. And also to allow for the spontaneous action and reaction of everything, of life within and without. If you've been playing with these balls like I have for 30 years, you get into the deeper metaphysical implications of what we're dealing with here. Because there are very deep philosophical implications for everything that people like the Chinese and the Indians and so on, everything that they do, everything that they're about has some kind of philosophical implication to it. So being able to do this without strain is, I think, a very healthy habit to have, especially nowadays with all the typewriting and whatnot that a person might have to do. Yeah, this can be very helpful. But to me, it's also about life itself. Negotiating life and the opposites of life, the apparent opposites, and to be able to navigate chaos and to achieve balance, irregardless of the chaos, and to make things seem much more easier than what they are, right? Because that's the idea. Spessatura, which is to allow things to appear to be a lot easier than what they are, like an eagle gliding in the air without any effort, effortless effort, wei wu wei. There you go. There's another Chinese concept for you. We might get into more detail later on, but the idea is of effortless effort, and to be able to move and groove without without hesitation. I've been practicing that for decades, lifetimes actually. But you know, that's how we dragons roll. So, being able to do this without any hesitation and allowing the flow to take over is terribly important to achieve mastery in the arts. So, my mastery in the arts isn't just a piece of paper that I hang on there to brag. It's an actual lifestyle and a mindset. And so, one of the things that I'm trying to do with this channel is to be able to bring that mastery mindset back into the Western milieu. It's very limited into maybe like, I don't know, apprenticeships and things of that nature, but it's very limited, and you only see it mainly with the lower working classes or people that have to engage in a profession or something like that. I think this mindset is very applicable to everybody, and so I'm trying to democratize the elitism of the elites. That's what I'm trying to do, I suppose, with things that are as simple as this, right? Just playing with balls. But there's always more profound implications into the games that we play, right? And it's also to have a sense of play with everything, even with the confrontation of life and death. Yeah, that's the ultimate dance, isn't it? But this is what it's all about. Free flow, play, and spontaneous reaction, action and reaction, which is a very Daoist approach to things. And that's very good because, you know, Taoism, as far as I'm concerned, is just another branch of sorcery. All these different shamanisms, Shintoism, Bon, etc., blah, 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 blah. Go on and on and on. Just different aspects of sorcery. Sorcery is the foundation. Anyway, there's this. And so tomorrow I think I'll play a little bit with the Tai Chi ball and the Tai Chi stick, just to give you an idea of how I apply this play in with other extensions, because really, if you think about it, these things are just extensions of yourself, whether it's a staff, a sword, a knife, balls, a stick. They have to be extensions of yourself. There can be no separation between you and them, because if there is, then there might be hesitation, and if there's hesitation, you might lose. There can be no hesitation when you're dealing with anything. When your dragon grasps anything, it must be secure. So this is a good way of doing that. Yeah, just simple things like this can lead to very profound implications if you persist. That was poetry right there. Anyway, till next time. I can keep on doing this on and on and on. I'm not bragging, it's just what I do. See ya.